Hello, my friends. So recently I had thought it might be fun to build a model designed. I was kind of hemming and hawing between MCG Works or NV CarMox. They both have pretty cool Supras. I wanted to build a Supra. I started getting some parts ready, seeing what I had. But then I thought to myself, as I often do, why not build something else? Why not build something that's more near and dear to my heart? Then I thought, what about my car? What if I built my own car? That could be fun. So as you can see in front of me, I've got a huge mess on my desk, but I'm starting to see the vision. So come along with me as we rebuild a rendition of my 1998 Subaru Legacy GTB in Speed Champions format. At long last, you've all been waiting. All right, come on down. Let's do it. All right, so yeah, it's pretty messy, but I'm starting to see the vision, and I want to take you along for the ride at least a little bit. So let's start out with the chassis, shall we? So we got the 8 wide, of course. I kind of pigeonholed myself by using the chassis piece. If I did it again, not sure I'd use that. Anyway, the sides are just built up using bricks, some skates for door handles because I don't have white. Round the back, nothing crazy, but what's this? A Mixel ball joint, oh yes. Going Mixel so we can get it upside down. To that end, the first challenge for me was the rear lights. Because if you look at them, they hug the rear window and they also have a weird angle on the edge. They're one solid bar, which I really like the look of those taillights. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. They've aged very well. But a challenge to design nonetheless. So here's what I come up with. Here is the cheese, of course. Just one little stud here. But how am I going to get that angle? Well, of course, using this fun connection. If it will focus. Yeah, there you go. That part is just fantastic. It's one of these little knobuluses. Ooh, yeah. Those are so handy. Handy little parts. Put that on there. And then, oh yeah, look at that. That's satisfying. And that looks pretty good. Exhaust, I know. It's not a dual exhaust, all right? I know that. But I think it looks cool. And bonus, you pop this in. Oh yeah, love that click. You've got space for a license plate if you desire. And that looks pretty good, doesn't it? That looks pretty awesome. But as I said, the lights are a solid bar. So what are we gonna do? I'll tell you what we're gonna do. We're gonna take this, start off the rear window, just put that there. Look at that, boom. Kind of hard to tell, but it is red. Yeah, that's better. That looks great. You got the starting of the glass. Life's looking good. Now the side skirts, they're nothing fancy. Just a whole bunch of those. Boom. Straight in. Now I gotta say, when you're making these, it's all about proportions or else everything's gonna look really weird, I'm finding. So being that my car was a wagon, I figured it'd have a slightly longer wheelbase. I'd say for these Speed Champions, the standard wheelbase is gonna be about 7 studs right there. And if you want a really short one, go 6. And if you want a long one, go 8. So I went 8. And I think it's gonna work out pretty well because the spacing for the doors feels pretty good. But let's move around to the front. As you can see, the headlights, they're pretty standard, nothing too crazy. But I was thinking something like this for the headlight, but I didn't really like how it looked. Scratched it. So I actually went with kind of a 2-part design. So you build it with these little clip connectors on that handy piece again. Just plugs into that round 2x2 plate. Get the lights on there using some tiles, and then do the turn signal on a separate piece plugged into there. Boom. And it actually looks pretty good, I think. What do you think? I think that looks pretty slick. The front grille is pretty easy, I felt, because it's got a pretty small grille, not too hard to build. But now, the hood, oh my goodness. I love how the hood came together. Subaru's that are turbo, which mine was, I don't have this car anymore, they have a hood scoop that feeds air to the top mount intercooler. That is a tricky thing to do in Lego because they always look way too big. And this one is subtle. That's what I loved about this car. The hood scoop was pretty subtle. So I came up with a design. I think it works pretty good, but I'll show you it now. Basically, you got these clips here, and they are for the actual hood. So this goes on there. Pop that in, close it down. Good. And now there's another clip back here, and that will hold the air inlet for the intercooler. Just pop it up like that. Now you got a nice, very subtle hood scoop. And once you close off the rest of this, you can see a nice subtle air channel. Not too crazy. Little hump, and it still gets the job done. And I like it a lot. I think it looks great. But I had another challenge. The window. Because I was thinking this would work. Classic sort of Speed Champions window piece. But I held it up, I test fitted it, and the angle is just too sharp. I don't think it looks good. But then I got looking at the designs from like NV Car Mocks and stuff, and they use these bars and clips quite a bit. So I was like, I want to give that a whack. I want to try that. So I tried it, and it works. And it's not as hard as I thought. I was kind of intimidated, but it's not that tricky. So I just put these on here because I wanted to push them as far forward as possible. Just a whole bunch of clips. See how this goes, because it's gonna go right up against here. There you go. And it looks pretty good. I think it looks all right. And it's gonna be sort of like this. I'm seeing the vision. By the way, if you want to know how to build this, for the love of God, just pause it and use the thing between your ears. Don't be asking me to post instructions, good Lord. Anyway, front bumper situation time. Now I've got an idea. I'm not completing it yet, but this is the start of it. Because these Japanese cars from the 90s, they're all like pretty low, unless you're like a STI or an Evo. Anyway, this was the start of it. This is where it started. But then I thought of this little concoction here. And basically what it does is the same thing as this, but then it also adds, just pop it in there, the fog light like that, as well as bottom of the bumper. And I think it's gonna work pretty well. So we'll add that to the other side and see what it comes to. Obviously, I'm also gonna change these to white. Don't worry about it, it'll be fine. Got this crazy concoction for a back seat. Let me know what you think about that. I'm thinking like, that looks pretty good. Obviously put another headrest there. And then I just need to figure out the roof. And I think it'll be pretty easy. I have an idea that I think it'll work. Just get that like that. Profile will be looking good. I think like, look at that. That's not bad, right? I think I just need to, tempted to change this window piece. Let's try it out. Let's see if I can change the window piece. Come with me. I got an idea. Let's find out. Speed Champions bucket. Here we go. Yeah. All right, now we're getting somewhere. Bumper, done. I'm gonna get the roof on. I don't know if I have the pieces right now to do the interior. Interior's not a big deal. We'll finish that. We can finish that another day. This isn't urgent. This is light work. All right, I gotta say, I think that is looking pretty slick. I mean, that's sort of suboptimal, that gap. I don't think you can get rid of it though. Hold up, actually maybe, hold up. Little better? Little better. Is it? Huh. Anyway, I think from the front, it's looking pretty good. I might need to rejig the back. I think the lights are too low. So anyway, that's my rendition of my 1998 Subaru Legacy GTB. What do you think? Let me know. Do you think I did it semi-justice, or is it just garbage? I'm fine either way. It was fun to build, and I'm gonna flesh out the interior and keep y'all updated if you're interested. But anyways, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.